One of the most common questions we get is whether entry is safe on new concrete. We get it particularly during the fall months as people are preparing for winter. They've just poured the new concrete. It looks something like this. They also oftentimes will have new metal railings, new metal doors, and everything's looking really good. I describe new concrete as sort of like a new baby. It's definitely at its most susceptible earliest in its life. As time goes on, it'll get stronger, but in the very beginning, it's at its weakest. So if we want to make sure that when concrete starts looking like this, that it doesn't end up looking like this, there's a couple things we can do. But first of all, it's important to know there really is nothing, there is no perfectly safe chemical de-icer on new concrete. So every chemical-based de-icer is going to have varying impacts on new concrete. If you want true safety on new concrete, we would say don't use any de-icers. Use a sand or a grit or gravel, something that I would call a traction agent. Shovel, things of that nature. Mechanical removal is really where you're going to want to be if the safety of your new concrete is the absolute highest priority that you have. Now, usually what happens is human safety at some point outpaces concrete safety. And so we have to use some sort of de-icer in order to keep people safe. So we still obviously want to preserve the quality and the preservation of the concrete. And so there's a couple of things we want to be thinking about in terms of types of product we're using when we want to balance safety of people with the safety of the concrete. So first of all, we want a product that doesn't have any chloride salts in it. So sodium chloride, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, potassium chloride, anything with a chloride in it has potential problems with the new concrete. We're also looking for something that has a near neutral pH. There's a lot of different finishes and things of that nature with concrete. Something with a near neutral pH is going to be highly beneficial. And I would say most importantly is we want to reduce as much as possible the number of thaw and refreeze cycles. So the number of times that water freezes is melted by a de-icer and then potentially refreezes again. Every time there's a thaw or refreeze cycle, it's a little bit like chinking away at the concrete. And so when we think of a product like Entry, it's chloride free, it's got a near neutral pH, and its chance of refreeze on a single application isn't until we get down to 0 degrees wind chill. So it's going to prevent refreeze better than any other product on the market with a single application. But at the same time, although Entry would be a great choice for new concrete when we have to use something, it's not going to be perfectly safe. And so, as you know, with our products, we don't just make things up. We're going to give you the data to support them. So this is an engineering standard, ASTM C672, which was established to attest new concrete against different types of de-icers. And it looks at scaling specifically. So how much concrete mass are we losing over 50 thaw and refreeze cycles? And Entry is the bottom line there, the bottom number. So the least amount of scaling. But over 50 thaw and refreeze cycles, you'll see that there is still scaling. So that's why I can't say that it's perfectly safe, but I can say that if human safety becomes more important than concrete safety, then Entry is going to be your best choice. But you're still going to have some degree of scaling. And you can see that in the first 10 thaw and refreeze cycles, the differences between Entry and many other products aren't that different. As we move further out, you can see rock salt, sodium chloride is the top line. You actually adjust the vertical scale to show how much worse that gets, and it's cumulative effect. So once it starts scaling, it gets worse over time. And then even as concrete goes from being new to being older, those early effects will tend to linger. So thank you for your time.